Alright, so I cleared out my entire shelf to show you guys my fire alarm buyer's guide from the Fire Alarm Guy. So there's a lot to see here, and there's a lot to buy here. So I'm going to help you decipher from those choices. Let's go over all the groups first. So from the low frequency sounder to the P2R, all the way to the Mass ADA and the speaker strobe, that's Simplex. From the MT and the ZNS, all the way to 31T and 34T, that's all Wheelock. That's just FCI. These two are Gentex. These four are Simplex, and these are just full station. We're gonna go over those last. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started with system sensor. Now, my first recommendation for system sensor fire alarms, I recommend the P2Rs. The reason why I recommend those, and that's the same thing, but the reason why I recommend these is because they're very simple to set up. Got a nice little switch right here, another switch right here, and easy mounting bracket, pull in and out. Very easy to set up, very nice convenient alarm. Also has a multi-candela. I don't think they use fixed candela, and it's loud and it's nice. I really like it. Another one that I could recommend is the low frequency sounder. Now I recommend the horn only because these are very hard to find, or at least for a good price. These are like 50 bucks, they're pretty expensive. But if you can't find one, go for it. I would really like to see another person have this because it's been a while since I've seen someone else other than SCR Safety on these. P2RLs. These are also pretty expensive and also hard to find. You can also get the P2RLs, the low frequency sounder version if you want, or the horn only version, whatever sparks your interest. But overall, I recommend these first because these are cheaper. These are only 20 bucks or 15 to 20 depending on which one you get. Now let's go on with the multi-tones. So the mass. Now, there's a lot to see here. Now, if you just really want a mass with all the multi-tone features, I highly recommend these. These are common, but they're also cheap, and they also use tone clips, which are very nice. It's right here, and it changes tones. The reason I don't say this one first is because this one uses breakaway tabs, so it's stuck on a permanent tone. This one's stuck on continuous, thankfully. But if you do buy this, ask what tone it's stuck on. Ask him, and if he doesn't know what tone's stuck on, don't buy it, because I don't want y'all to get a tone that y'all don't want. But if you really don't care, go for it. This is the Mass 24 low right here, and this is if these two had a baby. Yep, this is multi-tone, and it's also frosted. But these are very rare. They're hard to find. I bought the last one on the internet. As for speaker strobes, I don't recommend them yet. The reason why is because you need additional devices to set up, plus you need another power source for the strobe, and that's kind of a nightmare. I already made a tutorial video, and actually you need this right here, an amplifier, because at the end of the day, it's a normal speaker that has no bass because it's meant to be for fire alarms. And yeah, I already made a tutorial video on how to do that, so go ahead and watch that. You can go just click on my channel, look for the tutorial video. I made a tutorial on how to set this up, and yeah. All right, we are done with system sensor. Let's go with Wheelock, and now there's a lot to see here. All right, so for the cheapest alarms, the ZNS and the NS, which in my case is an NH, I recommend these two. But what I really recommend from Wheelock, surprisingly, it's only 40 bucks, or it's 40 bucks, but surprisingly it's not cheap that I recommend. I recommend the MT. The reason why I recommend the MT, multi-tone. Look at that, it has four dip switches, but mainly the one doesn't usually get used at all. I don't know why, but you know, whatever. You can also find documents of the tones on the internet and how to change them, and it's just documented manual, unless your alarm comes in a box with a manual. This I don't recommend this E70A in general, but I do recommend the E70 chime strobe. The reason why I recommend the E70 chime strobe is because those are pleasant. They make pleasant sounds. They're not extremely loud and crazy, making beeping sounds like that thing down there. Or should I just say making horn sounds? And overall, it's generally the best option because, especially for kids that have parents, watch out what you go for though. Look up chime strobe because you can accidentally get a speaker strobe. That's what I have here. And this wasn't on accident. I was expecting this to be a speaker strobe because it's an alert alarm. I knowingly buy my speaker strobes, but there's a lot of people who accidentally buy speaker strobes. So yeah, watch out for that. As for the mechanical horns from Wheelock, there are actually two different ones. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the difference real quick. So here we go. We'll go ahead and take these two to my closet so I can kind of show you guys what the difference is. I'm trying my best not to cut the video because I really don't want to. I don't want to export all this. I just want to upload it straight up. But let's go ahead and show you guys. So the one on the left is DC. The one on the right is AC. Now, if you don't know what AC is, It's basically wall power, which I can go show you right here. That's 120 volts AC. Now, this is 24 volts AC. Now, if you are looking for an AC alarm, which I recommend you don't really get first, if you want to avoid additional relays, avoid the 24 volts. You go for the 120s or the 115s. Those are the most you'll get to plug into the wall. Make sure they come with the plug, and if they don't come with the plug, you can look up a lamp plug on the internet. That's perfect. Go for a lamp plug because they have switches on them. This is the DC version. These are more common, but these are also expensive too. They're like 50 bucks now. You see 24 volts DC. It's VDC. And these are pretty nice. I like these. And then there's the 7002Ts, which is the Hornstrobe version. I'll go ahead and put these back right here. But overall, stick with DC because most of these fire alarms you're going to find on the market are going to be 24 volts DC. Sometimes it's 24 volts AC, and I think you can convert those to DC as long as you put any additional supplies on it, but I don't know. As for FCI, this is the Pyrotronic MTL. This is just an FCI rebranded version. I'm not gonna read all that, but look at that. It's basically the MT, but it has a nicer mechanical horn, in my opinion, but it doesn't have march time. Has the same tones though, just sounds different. As for Gentex, I recommend the Commander 3. Not the Commander 1. The Commander 1's 20 bucks, but it makes the smoke detector sound, and the only smoke detector sound I want to hear is the Hornstrobe version of this one. And that's the GXS. But also, yeah, it's the smoke detector. It's a Hornstrobe smoke detector. But, this is the GXS. Recommended as a remote strobe. Or the RSS from Wheelock. That's also very common. Alright. That's enough fast talking. Nah, I'm joking. I'm still going to do that. But anyways, that's enough from all these common brands right here. We're going to go on to Simplex, another common brand, but there's a lot you need to look out for. So let's get started with the True Alert. So what I have here is a 9426, a 4903 9426, and this has a dip switch on it, which the reason why I specify the model is because you have to get the specific model, especially new fresh alarm collectors that can't afford a panel. You have to get this model. Okay, this is hard. This is annoying to do with one hand. To open this. I really don't want to have to cut this video, so it might take me some time to do this real quick. Anyways. This is so annoying. I'm trying to avoid editing. Okay, anyways. So as you can see, there's a dip switch right there that says Smart Sync. So what's so relevant about Smart Sync, right? Let me go ahead and explain it to you. Smart Sync has a Smart Sync is basically like all these strobes would be syncing with each other. The reason why I don't recommend it is because it needs a module and a panel, so I don't recommend it. Stick with the 9426s. Stay away from the True Alerts in general because they're hard to find. As for this is the 2901 938. This is about 50 bucks. I don't know how much this is, but go for this this plate right here. I think it's a 4903 9101. Yeah. Okay, anyways, and then right here, this is the 9005 remote light, also very hard to find on the internet. All right, we are done with Simplex. Let's go for pull stations. So there's not a lot to see here. If you really want something from Simplex, Simplex 4251-20, make sure you know where you can get the key from. This is a B key right here. And yeah. As for older ones like the BG6, these are very rare. They're not easy to find. This is extremely rare. I've never seen these on the internet before. This is a fire suppression system release. Is basically it's a agent release pull station version of the MS2, and then this is the Edwards 270 SPO. This is the Firelight BG10. Now you're not going to find a lot of these in key versions because there's no conventional keys. You have to get one that you have to either convert addressable or get from conventional to addressable. And that's one more thing that I have to mention, and that's addressable. Make sure it's conventional, not addressable, because those also need a panel. That's the addressable pull stations are probably a bigger issue than addressable fire alarms, because I've only seen a few fire alarms that are addressable. These are addressable pull stations. Well, none of these are, but stick with conventional if you want to stick with static DC power. I don't know why I stuttered there, but that is it for my fire alarm collection, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Comment, like, subscribe. New system test video hopefully this weekend, and I think that will be my last system test video. I'm thinking of buying one more fire alarm, one more Simplex fire alarm for you guys, because I know you guys want to see Simplex too. And yeah, so yeah, the next system test is going to be interesting. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope this helped you out a lot. I also want to go over eBay real quick before I go, but first off, make sure you turn on free shipping and make sure you turn on or best offer. Now, turn on or best offer when you're experienced in buying fire alarms, because then you can make offers. But turn on free shipping. There's a filters. You just turn it on and you don't have to pay additional shipping, because there's a lot of alarms that show up for cheap and people try to get extra money as a common scam. People try to get extra money off of you by charging extra shipping prices, thinking that it's going to go up to the shipping community, but it's not. All the shipping money goes to sellers, and everyone should know that. If you do find a shipping price, try and convince them to use USPS Ground Advantage, because that's what most of these alarms are going to use. Some alarms are too big or just too wide or too long to use USPS, so people use UPS. I don't know anything about UPS, but I know Priority is more expensive for USPS. Ground Advantage is cheaper for USPS, so try and get the guy to use Ground Advantage if you don't want to pay shipping prices. Thank you guys for watching. Comment, like, subscribe, and I hope you guys enjoy. And I am out. Goodbye.